Let's talk about these crazy Spider-Man 4 rumors and why the fan base is driving me absolutely crazy and you guys are all completely wrong and I'm right. I don't know what happened. You know, it used to be the thing where I'd come out and I would talk about stuff and basically everybody would follow me like a nerdy messiah. And everybody would be like, that's the take. And we hold this take up and we follow Josh into the gates of Avalon. It was dope. And then all of a sudden, everybody was like, no, I don't like your take. No, I don't agree with your take. And now everybody's like fucking disagreeing with me. And it's crazy and it's horrible. I wish we could go back to the days where everybody just blindly followed me. Anyways, what am I talking about here? Okay. We're talking about a new report about Andrew Garfield's and Tobey Maguire's being in Spider-Man 4, okay? And this came via Daniel RPK, has good sources, very reliable, had another scoop kind of confirmed in the trades yesterday, which is good because a lot of people were starting to realize Daniel doesn't always get things right, but I would say still very good. Still very good. And the report was that Tom Holland and Feige reportedly want Spider-Man 4 to be a more grounded story, while Sony would like to bring Tobey Maguire and Andrew back. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. The way that people ran with this, and maybe some of this stuff isn't even Daniel's fault, but like the way he reports stuff is so vague sometimes that I think the takes from his reports can kind of go off the rails. He technically didn't say that. What he technically said was that they are strongly considering bringing Tobey and Andrew back, period. They, meaning everybody involved. He then went on to say that Sony wants the movie to be massive and Feige and Tom Holland want the movie to be more grounded. But like, I kind of feel like he's couching that a little bit because technically he did not say Sony wants the Spider-Boys back, but Feige doesn't. And that, I think, is the take. That's what a lot of people took away from it. And I just don't believe that. Like, I flat out don't believe that. Another thread to this that's interesting is that I reported that I had heard Tobey Maguire was going to be in Spider-Man 4 like a year ago. Okay? And I first heard it pop up. It actually came from one of these crazy scooper people. And they told me it. And I was shocked when I first heard it because I, like many of you, thought that this movie was going to be Kingpin, Daredevil. It was going to be more grounded. It was not going to be big and blown up. And this person, a very reliable person, told me that's not what the movie is. The movie's going to be multiversal. Now, I want to get into the weeds with this a little bit more, but let's just stop for a second because the real thing here and the real thing that upset me that I kind of can't believe is that a lot of people wanted the grounded. They were like actually saying, no, don't bring in Tobey and Andrew. Don't do that. Just stick to the ground level stuff with Peter Parker. And so, chat, why? Why is this happening? And do you agree? Like, what's going on? Like, I don't understand. Did we all not have fun? Like, did you not have fun in Spider-Man No Way Home? Because as far as I'm concerned, that's like the last time we were fully united as a fan base and everybody lost their minds. So what is happening? Why do we have a bunch of fans and a bunch of people on social media and maybe a bunch of you in chat right now that don't want Tobey and Andrew back? I don't understand. I'm at a loss. Explain it to me. Explain it to me. What am I missing? Why are you guys all on this train and I'm on the other train? I want grounded. They don't need to be in it. Why do you trust Sony brass or the best producer ever? But again, I don't even think that's real. Like, look, there's a lot of evidence to suggest that Feige wants them back as well. Like, they're supposed to set up Secret Wars. Tom's supposed to be I'm working on a video right now. Tom Holland is supposed to be like the chosen one of the next, like the whole thing. Avengers 5 and 6, Tom Holland's supposed to be the chosen one. I have this big video I've been working on, this big theory video. I'm excited about it. Dude, you can't just do Spider-Man 4 completely grounded and not have a through line that sets up in the multiverse saga. So again, I don't even think it's Feige versus Sony, and I'm kind of frustrated that Daniel tried to couch it that way because now you got a bunch of people being like, oh yeah, Sony bad. Like, dude, I'm telling you right now, that's bullshit. Feige wants them back too. 100% he wants them back. And he probably wants the story to be grounded, but that's not the same thing as the plot being grounded and not being able to access the multiverse, right? So look, you know, the other things about it, like in his reporting, Daniel literally said that Ant-Man is supposed to be in this movie. So you're telling me you're going to get a grounded Spider-Man 4 with Ant-Man? Like, come on, man. That's not the plan. Like, that was not going to be the plan. It feels to me like it's obviously some kind of a hybrid movie. You're going to have some street level stuff for sure. By the way, you've had street level stuff in every single one of these Spider-Man movies. I understand that they're not completely grounded and that they get really big ideas happen. But like, Doctor Strange is fighting Spider-Man on Bleecker Street before they go into like the, you know, mirror dimension, all that sort of stuff. Like, it's always grounded. It's fucking Spider-Man. But then, of course, yes, it gets crazy and wild elements come in, right? So I don't know, man. Like, this whole thing is crazy. Josh hates stories and narratives. Dude, what? Here's another thing that's pissing me off about this. And this video is just gonna be therapy and me just yelling at you guys because I can't believe you guys. What happened? What happened? You know, years ago, do you guys remember the stream after Spider-Man No Way Home? It was one of the biggest streams we've ever had. It was like a record-breaking stream, and we're all just showering in the glory of what we had just witnessed. And like 2 years later, we're like, nah, fuck it, don't bring them back. I want Peter doing pizza time deliveries. Maybe he delivers with Daredevil. You know, that's kind of what it feels like. Spider-Man No Way Home is an incredible story for that actual character. And they use the multiverse and they use the Spider-Man in a very meaningful way. They essentially become kind of like the Uncle Bens. You know, they kind of, you know, mentor Peter in a really weird moment where Aunt May dies. He then makes the ultimate sacrifice, sacrificing everything he knows, sacrificing everybody that knows him, and then becomes the Spider-Man that we know. It's a great movie, and it's also the craziest, nuts multiverse thing we've ever seen. So I just don't understand why, given Across the Spider-Verse, Beyond the Spider-Verse, all the multiverse goodness, like, we all acknowledge that all of that shit's great, but we gotta draw the line at Spider-Man 4. Like, no, Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland has to just be grounded. Like, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't get it, man. Yeah, boo multiverse. Boo multiverse. Fucking why? You know, all of the highest grossing comic book movies over the past several years have involved the multiverse, except maybe Guardians 3. All of them. All of them. All of them. The ones we love the most have the multiverse. Like, what is this whole like, bro, multiverse no good? I feel like I'm living in Bizarro world where the concept of hating the multiverse is just a fashionable opinion that doesn't actually have any tangible basis in like the fucking results. Like the results. The box office, the critical acclaim, like all of it. Like, I don't understand. What is the disconnect between me and you? Like, what is happening? Multiverse of Madness is very controversial. It made, like, what did it make? $950 million? You know, it's the second highest grossing MCU movie other than Spider-Man No Way Home from the past 3 years. So you might say it's controversial. It made basically $1 billion, dude, without China. So I just, like, again, I don't understand. So that movie being controversial erases Beyond the Spider-Verse, erases Spider-Man No Way Home. Like, I just don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't understand. People didn't know better? What does that mean? What does that mean? People didn't know better. Like, what? Yeah, I don't understand it, dude. I don't understand where this multiverse hate is coming from. And we're gonna watch the Drinkers video later. I want to see what he has to say about it. But again, I cannot actually see the evidence that this multiverse fatigue. Frankly, I'm on the complete opposite side from you guys. Frankly, I'm over here like, bro, you put Secret Wars up on the big board 2 years ago. I haven't seen enough multiverse. The juice, the joy of Time Runs Out, the joy of Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars run had to do with the multiverse. I haven't seen enough. I'm like, we're wrapping up the multiverse saga, and we've had like two projects in the MCU that heavily deal with the multiverse, and you guys are like, enough's enough. Like, I literally don't understand it, guys. I don't get it. I don't understand you. What is happening? This is crazy to me. It's crazy to me, you know? And like this whole idea that bringing them back was just going to be gimmicky. Bringing them back would just be like, did you listen to the interview that all three of the Spider-Men gave when they wrapped? Have you not been following all the leaks, rumors, and reports about what they're saying, all of them said, I would come back, but it would have to be meaningful. They all said I would come back, but it would have to be meaningful. And we're just gonna throw that out the window and assume it won't be meaningful, it won't be good, and we don't want it? Like, I'm just so, bro, I am so on the other side from you guys that I it's really hard. Like, it's hard for me to, like, understand the fuck y'all are saying. I don't understand it. So please, like, fill me in. Let me know, what are you talking about? And somebody said this is a good chat. Let's see this. Maybe let's pull this up. You're focusing on the wrong thing. We don't hate seeing them back. We hate it being abused. Tom Peter needs his own story first. He's just now stepping out of others' shadows. Right, but do you think that he was under their shadows in Spider-Man No Way Home? Because again, I would argue that movie is a brilliant arc for Tom Holland Spider-Man. Brilliant. It just happens to use multiversal elements in order to get him through some real shit. Like, again, I just don't understand it. Like, you're saying we don't want it to feel abused. When has it felt abused? When? Like, when? You don't want it to be abused. Well, when? When did they do that? Like, I don't understand. We don't want it to feel abused. Okay, what's the evidence that it would be? Why do you think it would be? And we want Spider-Man to just step out of his shadow and be his own person. You know, look, I can respect that. I understand that. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. I'm currently reading The Ultimate Spider-Man, and that's one of the things I like about that. It's kind of like taking Spider-Man back to sort of a root core place, understanding the drives and the things that are going on with Spider-Man. But, like, let's not act like he wasn't a brilliant part of Infinity War, a brilliant part of Endgame. Like, I'm just, like, I don't know. I still don't get it. I'm sorry. Like, even saying that to me, it still doesn't even make sense. And here's the other thing. This is what's crazy. The evidence suggests it's going to be both. Like, the evidence suggests that you will have Peter operating as the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. You're going to have Fisk. You're going to have Daredevil. But there will obviously be something else that is going on. You're obviously going to have the Spider-Men pop up because there's some other big crazy thing cooking, probably directly to do with the spell that Doctor Strange casts at the end of No Way Home. And it just feels like a lot of people are like, no, I reject that. And instead, I just want the Wilson Fisk, Daredevil, thing. And I don't want all this other, like, futuristic stuff. And I'm just like, bro, that shit is crazy to me. I don't understand it. I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. Let Spider-Man be where he fights Sinister Six and gets whooped and finds the symbiote and then gets whisked off to Battle World for Secret Wars. I mean, I don't hate that. That seems like a cool idea to me. The thing that I can't get over is the idea that they're gonna bring Tobey and Andrew back, which is fucking awesome. Like, bro, real talk, like, I'd almost do anything and deal with anything in the story just to get Tobey back. That, to me, he is so important. He's said to be the lead of Secret Wars along with some other really cool people. Like, I guess I'm just worried that, like, the fandom's becoming so jaded and bitter that a thing that should just be dope as hell now has to be met with all these, like, pedantic, uppity, like, I'm not so sure kind of opinion. And that just feels stupid. Like, it's comic. Like, what? We're talking about a guy that has fucking spider powers, dude. So, I don't know. Like, this whole reverence over bombast thing, I just don't get it. It doesn't feel like the fans that I used to hang out with and be excited about Marvel with, So, I don't know, man. I'm, like, all the way on the other side of this, where I'm incredibly excited that these guys are back. Partially, like, because I don't think they would come back unless it was meaningful, How can you understand anybody else's perspective if you're just saying the same thing? Well, dude, help me. Come on, put it into the chat. Like, you tell me. It's lazy fan service? When has it ever been lazy fan service with them? So you want us to like what you like, LMAO? Well, only because I'm right. Only because I'm right and you're all wrong and buttholes. How about that, Kendall? How's that one feel? Yeah, no, it has very little to do with me other than the fact that I'm right, that I have the apex, this is the apex take. It's the take. But please tell me why I'm wrong. I'm very open to listening to why I'm wrong. If you can actually give me something that I could, But I haven't seen any of that. Literally none of that. I haven't seen a single person utter something that makes a goddamn bit of sense, and you're all letting me down, and I can't fucking believe it!